Hello everybody, this is Jack from teachingeslonline.com and welcome to this live lesson or live video where I'm going to talk about some key statistics for online teachers. Statistics that we all should be looking at to help us decide how to move forward and what we should focus on. Because sometimes we might start off with a new project, we might start off with a new video series, or writing some blog posts without really thinking about how that is going to affect the bottom line. And over the last few days, I've been doing a deep dive into a lot of my statistics and a lot of my, what I call key statistics, so that I can know exactly what's working, what's worked in the past, and I can double down on what is working for me so that I can be more effective with my time. Now, if you are new here, then know that I am an online teacher. I've been teaching English learners and English teachers for a number of years now. So I have courses for English learners and courses for English teachers. If you are interested in teaching online, then check out the links in the description. There'll be a link to my free video training and also a link to my premium course as well for you to check out. So yeah, check those out in the description. And if you are watching live, welcome. Come say hi in the chat box. I want to actually bring up the chat so I can see what people are saying. But if you're watching the replay, I think you'll be able to click the live chat option underneath this video to see what people were saying at that time. Okay, so let's talk about some key statistics here. And we can think about this in terms of our websites, our social media channels, and also our ads. And I'm going to talk about ads as well a little bit later on too. But these key statistics should all come down to what you want to achieve. What is your bottom line? What do you want people to do when they find you? So for me, it is to buy my courses, to buy my To Fluency program and to buy the Teach English online course. Because as I said before, I have two brands working together. So that is the bottom line. That's the number I am looking at. So what you can do is work backwards. Have a look at what type of people are buying my course. I can also look at where people come from when they buy my course and some other things too. Now, if you are selling one-to-one language lessons, then do the same thing. Take a look at your stats, see where people are coming from, where they're finding you. Think about the makeup of your customers. Where do they mainly come from? What age are they? What type of learner are they? Think about those types of things and then work backwards. And I'm just going to give you some examples because I was looking at my statistics and things like how many people come on my website, how many people watch my YouTube videos, and then looking at the makeup of this audience. So I know, for example, that there are specific countries where people just don't buy my course. And you can think of the obvious reasons why they don't buy it. And I'm not going to mention the countries. I'm not going to give that kind of data out on this kind of video. But just know that there's a specific country where I get a lot of people coming to my website, but not a lot of people take action. It's very rare that somebody from that country will go through and buy a product from me. And that is the bottom line. It changes a little bit when you start doing lots of free stuff with YouTube. I'm going to talk about YouTube in a second, but that does change it a little bit because you can think, well, that's okay. If people are on your YouTube channel watching your videos and they're never going to buy anything from you, that's fine. Don't worry too much about people who just want stuff for free. But also at the same time, be smart and think about, okay, how can I attract more people who are buying stuff from me? How can I attract more people who are actually taking action from what I'm trying to do? I'm just going to bring up the watch page so I can take a look at the chat. So just give me 1 second while I do this so I can actually answer some questions and look at comments in real time. Also, just give this video a like and let me know if the audio in the video is connected. Okay, so we've got Teacher Holly here. We've got Matt, I think Matt from Germany. Sam is here as well. Welcome to everyone who is watching this live. So what we're talking about again is thinking about key statistics and just going back to seeing exactly where people come from. So I've got a lot of data on my courses about where people are coming from and what countries they come from too. And I also know where they come from or where they find me to begin with. And to get really sophisticated with this, what you'll need to do is to use email marketing software such as ActiveCampaign. There'll be a link in the chat box. Hello, Arthur. Good to see you. Use something like ActiveCampaign where you can tag people. And I'm just going to talk very briefly about how this works. So let's say that I want to run an ad for my course or for my free book, which then leads into the program. I can tag people who come from that ad so that I know that they came from that ad. Okay? So I set up a new campaign. I set up a new form inside ActiveCampaign. And I know that people come from there who come from the ad. And having this data, knowing exactly how much you're spending and how much you're bringing in from that is key. Because if it works, then you can spend more. If it doesn't work, you need to make changes. Okay? So a lot of people who find me come on my website, and I'll just give you the overview of what happens when somebody finds me and what kind of like funnel I send them through. So let's talk about the one for to Fluency. So somebody will come on my website, for example, they'll download my book, and then they'll get an offer for my To Fluency program. And all of this is automated. So they'll come on my website, they'll download it for free, enter their email address, and then everything is automated from there. So they'll get all the emails sent out and the offer for my program. And I know that a certain percentage of people are going to sign up for that program. So a certain percentage of people who download that book will sign up for the program. And what I've also done is work this out by country. So I know that a specific country will convert at this rate and another country will convert at a different rate. And again, there's a certain country or a few countries where that conversion rate is so low. But what's interesting is I have noticed that there are certain articles on my website that get a lot of attention from low conversion countries. So they get a lot of hits from low conversion countries, which means that's not great for my program because I know they're not going to convert. Whereas I know that other countries are doing really well. And my goal is to really focus on how I can reach people from those countries, how I can focus on people from those countries and use platforms in the right way. So here's an interesting dilemma, and I'd love to know your feedback on this. So Arthur, Sam, Holly, anyone who's watching live, but if you're watching the replay too, would you, in this case, send out content to people from those countries, from low conversion countries? Would you think, okay, I'll send them to my YouTube channel to watch free stuff and get more views, and that might boost the channel? And this is, I'm thinking about this in two ways. Firstly, that could help your channel. That could help boost your channel because it's having more views, more watch time. It's showing that there's an interest in that. But it's also telling YouTube that people from those countries really like your videos, and therefore they'll send out more content to people from those countries. Does that make sense? So it's an interesting dilemma. And it's not like a huge problem because it's still a numbers game, knowing that people are going to find me from countries that convert well. if I keep doing everything else I'm doing. But I'm trying to think about very specific ways that I can get in touch or reach more people from high conversion countries. So it's an interesting thing to think about. Now, let's dumb this down a little bit, or let's get more specific and give more examples for one-to-one lessons. So if you are selling one-to-one lessons, then there are certain things that you can do here as well. And the whole idea is the same, where you can send people to your website, people can find you on YouTube, and then they can download something from you, and then you can send them emails so that they can buy your lessons from you. It's the same kind of idea. But when you're starting out, it's smart to do things more on a one-to-one basis, on a referral or classified postings or reaching out to people who you know, because that way you're being very specific about who you want to teach and the countries you want to target, and that can help you, especially starting out. I'm at the stage now where I can put stuff out on YouTube and it's going to reach thousands of people. I get around 6,000 views a day, and I know that, again, a certain percentage of those people are going to download something for free, and then a certain percentage of those people will go on to buy the program. But as I move more into things like advertising again, then I can be specific about the countries that I want to target. Now, talking about statistics as well, this is a really important tip, and it's this: focus on conversion, on your conversion rate first. Okay. Because a lot of people think that traffic is the problem, that if they just had more people coming to them, finding the website, that this is a really big thing. Okay. So that's the problem, but it's not. It's not. Fix your conversion rate first. Now, I have something that pops up on my website for people to download what I have. And I started out at a conversion rate of 2%, and it is now 5%. And when you think about it, if I get 30,000, I get about 50,000 views a week, or let's just say 40,000 a month, views on my Tofluency site a month. And I'm going to have to do some math here. At 40%, well, let's work this out. 40,000 times 0.02, 40 is 800. Okay, so I started out at 2%, which is 800 conversions. But moving up to 5% is 2,000. So I didn't have to do anything to get more people onto my website to convert more people. It was the conversion rate that made the difference. And that's why I always talk about the fact that you need to have that conversion system in place first, before you do things like advertising, before you put the word out there too much. Because it's that number is so important, the conversion rate. People coming to your website and taking action. I also had a landing page that converted at 18%. So I said, download my book for free, click this link. People went on there, 18% of people did it. It's now at 40%. So again, it's doubled the amount of people downloading my book and joining the email list. And it's just through testing things, doing A/B tests, doing all those types of things. And that is a great starting point. So start off with your conversions first. Now, a lot of teachers send me their websites who have joined the course, and they send me their websites for me to have a look at. And the number one thing I see is it's so hard to take action. It's so difficult to take that first step. It's just not easy to do. So fix that first. Make it easy for somebody to take action on your website and do what you want them to do, which might be a free download, free trial lesson. It could be anything like that, where people are actually taking action and taking that first initial step. So then you can then follow up with them, and then you have their information. You can send them offers. You can send them stuff. You can build that desire so that they want to take lessons with you. Once you have that in place, then it's about getting people onto your website. But look at your statistics. Think, okay, how many people are coming onto my website and downloading something? How many people are signing up for a free trial lesson? How many people are taking a lesson after the free trial? Then look at it by country. Think about which countries are working for you. Which type of learners are working for you? Are they young, old? Are they business English students? Think about different ways that you can break this down. And then once you have that ideal student, the student who comes on and takes action and continues to take lessons with you, think about ways that you can find more of that type of student. So that is what I wanted to discuss today. How to look at key statistics and what these key statistics are. And it all comes down to the bottom line. How many people are taking the action that you want them to take? Not just that initial step, but also the back-end action too. Okay, so any questions for those watching live? If you are watching the replay, leave comments below too. I'd love to help you and answer those questions for you. So yeah, leave them below. Let me know what this stream is like. Hopefully it is working okay. It's using, hopefully the Wi-Fi is strong enough so it's connecting at a good rate. It says it's in HD, but I doubt it actually comes out HD. So yeah, let me know your questions. I'll be going in a couple of minutes unless I get a question. So Alex, Arthur, Holly, Sam, anyone else who's watching live, leave me a question. Leave me a question. For the rest of the day, I'm going to record some audio phrases for my learners from my program. I'm going to add to the program today, create the memory cards as well. And this is where I just have to get in the zone and get stuff done. And LaCroix is definitely going to help me with this. Okay, so if you want to learn more about this, if you want to get an overview and you're new to me, then get the free training. It's a 3-4 part video series that gives you an overview of how to teach English online and how to get students, how to attract students to your lessons. So it talks about what I've talked about today, but in a more organized way. And then if you are ready to just dive right in, join the Teach English Online course where I go through every aspect of marketing for online teachers. So much stuff where we look at the overall guide, what you need to get started, your niche, how to find students, how to expand, email marketing, landing pages, it goes on, how to build your website. Yeah, it just all kind of goes on. So Holly says, even with all the exercises that I've tried, figuring out who my ideal client is like trying to catch an eagle. Yeah, and you're never going to get this perfect. Like, it's just good to have a general idea when you think about your ideal client or what kind of student you want to attract. Because I used to have so much fun with for example, a student from Italy who loved just drinking wine during the lesson and chatting about his day as a tourist guide. And we did some role plays to help him with the types of questions people would ask and the phrases and answers that he could give. And then I also had so much fun with a couple of students from like Russia, and they talked about finances. So it's all like, it's great, you know. And in my course as well, I have people who are at different stages, people who are living in the UK, for example, and want to improve their speaking. And it's great, you know, they're improving, they're doing their thing. But then you also get people who are living abroad and all that kind of stuff. Arthur says, all good, useful content and no issues regarding reception. Good. I'm glad that the stream is working okay. Glad it's working okay. Good. Okay. How to prepare for IELTS spouse visa. I can't help you with visas. For the IELTS exam, get lots of practice. And look at To Fluency. Go to the To Fluency channel, where I'll have some tips, especially for your speaking there. Okay, great. So give this video a like, click the links below, check out what I have to offer, and thank you so much for watching. I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye-bye for now.